Courtney Johnston here from RuleBreakersClub.com with copywriting and sales advice for rebels with a cause. Do you ever feel totally grossed out by the idea of talking about pain points in your copy? If you're not familiar with the term pain points, it's a term that digital marketers or some kind of marketers came up with to describe the frustrations that your audience is feeling that your products and services are supposed to solve. The thing is, whenever you learn about pain points, it sounds like dark magic, like it's supposed to be super manipulative and you're supposed to leverage people's emotions against them. That is gross and totally ick-worthy. Am I right? So naturally, if you're feeling a little bit opposed to the whole pain point thing, it probably means that you have a soul. Congratulations, you're a human being. I feel this way too, which is why when I first started out in the copywriting and marketing industry, I was really turned off by the term pain points. I just really didn't like the idea. The thing is though, you do need to address these things in your marketing, and it's not to be manipulative. I'll explain why in just a second. It's more part of a strategy that you want to use in order to empathize with your market. If you don't do this, people are not going to feel like you understand the frustrations that they feel right now. If you've gone through my Rainbow of Sales training, you know that I referred to pain points as the cloud. So I have my little rainbow drawing here, which you've probably seen in another video. And I'll link to the Rainbow of Sales training, which is free below this video. But basically, the cloud represents where your target market is right now and how they're feeling right now, their frustrations, their circumstances that they're not 100% satisfied with. And you do need to show that you empathize and understand that situation in your marketing for them to trust you and feel like you understand them. Now, the thing is, you don't need to blame the dodgy, icky, slimy salespeople and marketers and not use these pain points at all just because some people are abusing the system. It doesn't mean you should throw the baby out with the bathwater, or so to say. So here are 3 things you can do to address pain points without the ick factor. Number 1 is to listen. We could all do a better job listening to what our target markets want and not so much thinking about what we want and how we're gonna make money with our products and services. I would love for you to go out and actually talk to some people who are in your market, not to say, okay, what do you want? What should I create for you? What are the products and services that you want? But more to understand, hey, when it comes to this industry, AKA the industry that you're in, what are the big frustrations that you have? What is not making sense to you? What do you feel like people are trying to shove down your throat that isn't really what you want? What problem do you feel like isn't accurately being solved? Again, this isn't about them telling you what products and services to create, but more so that you can understand what they're frustrated with, what their current circumstances are like. And then I want you to zip it and listen to what they have to say and write that shit down. I mean it. You should have a document on your computer where you are documenting all of the language that your target market is using to talk about their frustrations. Tip number 2 is to work that empathy muscle. Empathy is, to me, the most amazing human quality, but we don't use it enough. Empathy is different from sympathy. It doesn't mean that you feel the same way as the other person. What it means is that you can put yourself in that person's shoes, even if you in your own life do not have the same feelings, emotions, or circumstances as them. You absolutely must be able to empathize with your target clients if you ever hope to become of service to them and sell products and services to them. Using empathy doesn't mean that you need to become unnecessarily negative or dramatic in your copy. It's not about going deep and dark and getting really into the depths of human emotions. It's about showing people that you understand their circumstances and how they feel right now. Tip number 3 is to use their language. We talked a little bit about this when we talked about listening to them and empathizing, but it's really important that when you write copy that you use language that your target market is using. I talk to entrepreneurs almost every single day who are coming up with really great, fun, wordy ways of describing what they do that are totally abstract and not at all what people are using to describe their problem. When you describe what you do, it needs to be in a way that someone can say, oh yeah, I probably need that. So I'm gonna link to a video about how to create a great elevator pitch below this video as well to help you to use the right language to describe what you do. And again, this comes down to listening to your market and writing down how they describe their problem so that you could say, yes, that's the exact type of problem that I help people to solve. And finally, tip number 4 is to complete the rainbow. Again, if you haven't completed the Rainbow of Sales free training, I'd highly recommend doing that. There's a link below this video. Also, if you're at RuleBreakersClub.com, there's an opt-in box up there at the top. It's hot pink and you can't miss it. But the Rainbow of Sales basically shows, again, as I showed earlier, that you talk about this cloud, right? This is the pain points. This is where they are right now. But if you leave them at that, it shows, okay, you get where I'm at, but do you get what I desire? And that's what the pot of gold represents, which is what your target clients actually desire. And the Rainbow of Sales training is going to help you to balance out that equation so it's not all about pain points, it's also about the desire, and then as you can imagine, your products and services, I went the right way, are the bridge between those two places. So here you are at the cloud, this is what you desire, my products and services are going to help you to get there. That's the matter of fact, and that is the best sales analogy you're ever going to learn, and the most fun, I have to say. So there are your top tips for addressing pain points in your copy without being icky and slimy and feeling manipulative like you're using dark magic on people. I would love for you to download the action sheet that we have below. I know there's a lot of resources for you. You're gonna love all of them. They're going to totally help you with your copy and your marketing, talking at networking events, etc. in life. And you'll be able to implement that with the action sheet below, and it's in a bright green teal box below this video as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week.